In 2019, when our school system was formed, one of the first things we did was we did a study of our facilities just to see what those needs were. Our infrastructure was what we needed to focus on the most. There was a lot of things we could do to improve our efficiency. Lighting was a big part of what we saw needed to be done. Also, our HVAC systems were old and weren't working properly. We were looking for a solution, and Schneider Electric was that solution. We identified over $10 million of infrastructure upgrades that needed to be done. The beauty of the solution that Schneider provided was they could document the electrical savings, the utility savings that we were going to achieve, and ultimately it paid for a huge majority of that contract. We were guaranteed 33% savings on electricity and utilities. That was a selling point not only to our board, but to our community, to our city, who provides great funding for us. When we could do upgrades that are going to have guaranteed savings, it was an easy decision for our board.
When I used to walk into the boiler rooms, I'd see this great big tank of water that's just constantly being heated up all the time. All of our domestic water heating is now on demand. You used to walk into the facilities, you'd have different color lights. Now we have all LED lighting, so that's really made the lighting a lot more consistent across the district. Another big thing that we've noticed, and this is something that the whole staff can attest to, is the comfort level with the HVAC systems getting upgraded, having reliable systems that are not, on today, off tomorrow. You've got more consistency with the thermostats going into the classrooms, giving that local control to the teachers. That's been very beneficial. We're not just considering one aspect of the school system, it's a holistic approach. The facilities, the environment that we're creating, the technology that we're using, for that education, just from an efficiency standpoint, not having that waste and being more efficient is just makes you feel better.
We've added new solar energy capabilities to the campus, and the most popular ones are certainly our solar flowers.
We've also added a solar tree, we've added solar benches and solar picnic tables, and so students can use these solar benches to charge their cell phones.
All of that power that's produced is immediately getting absorbed by the school. It's essentially like 3 classrooms worth of lights. Students, they may be learning about alternative energy options and sources, and this is just a good tool that they can tap into to learn more about it.
We want our schools to be more than just places where students go and sit in a desk. We want the buildings to actually not only support learning, but be part of the learning process. Each building in our elementary school represents a certain ecosystem. Schneider came in and really helped us design that. And one of my favorite parts is when you leave our 100 building, there's an outdoor pathway to the 200 building, but we're really going to summarize each ecosystem there so a student could know when they're walking into the next room is going to be the Gulf Coast. It's a really exciting way to support learning at all times, even when you're walking down a hallway. Beyond the ecosystems and the signage and the learning aspect at the elementary school, as we move to the middle and high school, we're going to have interactive displays in the front of each school. Those displays will show something as simple as the temperature in the library, but it also lets students learn about the energy savings, what systems we've put in place and how those are working. And then the solar features that we have outside will also be tied into those, so you can see how much solar energy we're collecting and how much money that's saving. But I think the most important part is students are engaged. We're a growing school system, so we have tours with parents and potential new students coming through on a regular basis. It's also a way to show visitors, hey, these are our priorities and these are what we're teaching our kids about, because it's important to us and it's important to the future of our community. Our Schneider partnership has been impactful on the school system. One is we saved a lot of money. Savings almost paid for the entire project. But I think the most important thing was how is it impacting our students and our teachers and staff.
You just notice a cleaner, better environment. So across the board, it's just been, just implementation of all these things. My phone is ringing a lot less. The problems are fewer and far between. That's, much better.
Just the fact that the schools are more comfortable, the HVAC systems are so much better, not only with energy savings, but our classrooms are more comfortable. And then things like lighting that you might not normally think about. It's just a brighter room, which leads to less strain on your eyes and an easier way to learn. So classrooms and schools are more comfortable for learning.
I feel like Schneider took the time to get to know us and to determine what was really important to us and support those values. It wasn't just infrastructure upgrades. It really is a partnership.